eventually get to the village, and the fire is no longer raging, but there are embers, and the buildings were very clearly recently burned to the ground.
Can I do a spot check to find any monsters in the area?
Sure.
Heywood is going to search for injured pedestrians.
Okay, Heywood can do a search check, and I'll just tell you guys what you see after you do your search.
Oh, my search is actually +4.
I'm going to search for, like, movement, I suppose. So I guess that'll be my... Alright, what do I got here?
I'm going to listen for something.
I got a 30, so if there's movement, hopefully I fucking see it. Well,
Grizz can't hear anything. Grizz has gone temporarily deaf.
What?
Grizz is humming a song very loudly.
Okay, so going down the list, Tyrion, you're looking for monsters?
Yes.
You see a lot of burned bodies, and they look humanoid. Heywood, you're searching for surviving pedestrians?
Correct.
You see a lot of burned bodies, and they look humanoid. You actually find one person near the back of town, well, the back of the area you were at, who appears to still be breathing, and you can mostly tell that because they're gasping in pain and they have, like, horrific burns and cuts and bite marks all over their body.
Bite marks, that's bad.
Kyle, you're looking for movement?
yeah.
You see the guy that Sawyer sees, and you see that not all of the fires have burned down, but they're no longer, like, at risk of, killing you. You see a few other people similar to the guy who Sawyer sees. Grizz, you can't hear anything over buildings collapsing all around you.
Well, I'll just go to somebody that's different than the person Sawyer is investigating.
Okay.
Would you like
Somebody
to help
alive.
me to aid in this burning man over here?
Fine, I suppose. If I must.
Heywood and Oberon are going to move towards the dying guy.
I'll go too.
Lissandra will follow Haer'Dalis.
I will follow Heywood.
Man, everybody's just like, fuck you, Haer'Dalis.
I
I'll
think
go
everyone
with
saw that
Haer'Dalis.
other one.
I'll go
I'm pretty
with
sure everyone in the
Haer'Dalis.
group doesn't like me anyway, so...
That's
I
probably
do.
true.
I remember.
Upon reaching the man, Heywood's going to ask the man kindly to give some form of gesture that he can understand him.
Oh, I should change this to more depressing music.
We're all gonna die.
Heywood,
Persona.
Heywood, can you help him?
It is Persona. The man turns towards you and he's just like,
I'm going to see if I can help you, sir. I'm going to cast Cure Minor Wounds on him to see if it makes
Minor
any form of
wounds?
difference. To see if it makes any form of difference.
So, you appear to heal this guy a little bit around the torso, but he has major limb damage, and you don't really, get much healing from it.
Okay,
He is able to, like, form words now a little bit better. What the fuck
Swear.
was that?
damn it.
1 second.
Spill his
Okay.
stuff.
I'll grab some paper towel.
I'm getting there, love. I'm moving things out of the way.
These dudes
while
half
he's
full.
spontaneously cleaning up a mess, I will talk to the other person, I guess.
You get a similar result.
Okay, well,
Oh god.
are
I
they
have two
basi-
instances
are they on the
of
verge?
zombie.
Are they going to die?
You can presume they are.
Right.
Their wounds are pretty extensive.
And there's not really anything I can do to heal them.
No. Not as a rogue.
Well, I wasn't sure if like I can make a heal check and use some bandages, but all right.
You can try to make a heal check, but
Yeah,
pretty
sure.
bad.
It's whatever. Well, I rolled a 18.
Just by looking at it, you know that although you could probably patch up some of the lacerations, the burns are completely beyond your ability to treat.
All right.
Put him down.
So they can't really talk.
They can make pained groans in your direction.
I'm gonna say, do you want me to put you out of your misery? And I'm gonna just give me some sort of basic gesture.
You think they nod.
I'm gonna pull out my dagger and just sever their brainstem, I guess.
You do so. They're dead now.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna try to find somebody who looks like they're not on the verge of dying. If that's impossible, then I guess I'm just gonna go around and just kill everybody. Unless somebody stops me.
I'll roll a percentile die to see if anybody looks like they're not gonna die in the next few minutes. If I land all of the dice on my desk, that would be great.
Well, if they can't make any, if they can like move their heads, then I guess the next one I come up to, I'm gonna say,
you find a guy who he is crawling out of some wreckage.
Does he seem like he's okay?
He's well enough to crawl out of wreckage, so that's way better than the last guy.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna help him up and dust him off.
Rest in peace, this guy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, what's your name?
Oh Christ, I didn't think of that one.
Just call him Fred Flintstone, I don't care.
My name's Daniel.
And I'm gonna say, well, Daniel, have a seat right up. Why don't you have a seat right up there?
Daniel, have a seat.
Well, no, I'm gonna say, Daniel, have a seat over there. And I just point just on the ground.
To an empty area. He slumps
After
on the ground.
helping him up, you tell him to get back on the ground.
He was helping
Yes.
him out of the rubble.
Yeah, I was helping him out of the rubble.
He's doing the nice thing he was never gonna do again.
Oh, look at him.
I'm gonna roll. Anyway, I'm gonna say, Daniel, do you know who caused this fire?
Daniel?
There were zombies that came from the south. We tried to fend them off, and some dumbass kid that got the bright idea that we should try to set them on fire. Turns out that flesh burns a lot more slowly than you'd want it to.
So there was no one that started the fire with malintent? It was just one of your villagers' ideas?
Well, they didn't set the fire with the intent, but there aren't zombies around here normally. They had to come from somewhere.
So there were only zombies, there was nothing else.
That's all I could see.
Slits Daniel's throat.
There was... They weren't all just human, though. There were bigger ones. They were definitely still undead, but... There was one that just took out one of the buildings on its own.
Jesus.
I see. Well, Daniel, is there anything else you can tell me about this attack?
It lasted a while. We managed to hold out in the building that I just crawled out of. While the rest of the village burned, we were able to bar it up until they eventually broke through. When the fire on that building we did light ourselves, we figured we'd be able to take some of them out with us.
Do you know if there's any other survivors in there, or are you the last one?
I couldn't check to see. Once the building was burning, there were several doors in and out. Somebody else could have made it out, but once it collapsed, I woke up and had to crawl out.
I say, well, Daniel, I point in the direction of the, how far along on the road have we been?
It's probably only been a few blocks.
So how far away from the city then? Not too far?
Which city?
The Grenzo.
Grenzo.
Oh, I thought you were talking about how far you were from entering the town.
No.
You're probably about a quarter of a day's ride to Grenzo.
Okay. Say, Daniel, do you think that you could? Do you have anywhere where you can go?
I could go to the city to the north, or maybe even to Poliano, but that's it.
Well, I give him. I fill up. I put some of the water from my water skin. I fill up in a container and I give it to him and I say, well, here, take some of this water, and if you think you can make it back to Grenzo, and the way is clear behind us. We came from there. That we had nothing troubling.
He immediately takes a drink from the water. Thanks. So, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here anyway?
Well, we were sent by somebody to investigate this problem of a zombie infestation because they've been roaming the countryside, and we heard about this little trading post on the way, and we figured that we could stop by to drop off some supplies or pick up some things, but we saw the smoke from the distance and decided to rush over.
Well, I guess you found your problem. Try to make it for Grenzo. Thanks for helping me out.
Certainly. Godspeed.
And he starts wandering down the street towards Grenzo.
How big was the building that he was crawling out of? Like, is there rubble like everywhere from it?
Most of the buildings were made out of wood, so it wouldn't necessarily be rubble. But yeah, it was pretty sizable. It was like a churchy type thing.
I'm gonna Grizz is gonna start moving through the rubble of it and trying to uncover the ground to see if he can find more people or anything like that.
You find a couple more people.
Alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
You find a couple people, let's say you find 7 people who are alive.
Jeez.
You find about 43 corpses, though.
Oh. Okay. That is
Is
a lot
there
more
is there
people.
a? I'm gonna ask one of these people. What was this building that you were holed up in? What was its original purpose?
It was a church.
It was a church. Okay.
Whenever we get a chance, I'm gonna get back to my dying guy.
It was a church to Nerul.
It was a church to Nerul.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fucking help these people then.
They
Sawyer
comment on the irony.
Do any of you need
So
medical
are these?
attention?
Were these people? Were they? Were any of you worshippers of Nerul, or are worshippers of Nerul, or were you just kind of in here because it was hey, this is the last place we can be?
There were certainly some amongst the villagers that were, but I suppose there were some of us who were in the church, but this was just the best place to hold out.
Don't you find it kind of odd that there's a church to the god of death and you're being attacked by zombies? There might be some connection here.
They already commented on the irony.
Okay.
Yes,
We
they
seek-
agree.
We seek asylum in the Church of the God of the Dead.
Yes.
Of the undead.
Did the priests have anything valuable that might be useful in dealing with these creatures, or is everything just completely disintegrated or burned?
There might have been a basement.
Well, I'm gonna go try to look for this basement. Anybody want to come with me?
Yeah.
Lissandra will go with you.
Alright.
Wait,
So-
are we still near my dead guy, or is that guy?
You and Oberon are still near the dying guy.
As
and
am I.
Tyrion.
Heywood's going to roll a heal check, I guess.
What?
Let's see. Where is my heal? To see if he might possibly be able to fix this with some of his magic. I have up to cure serious wounds.
Okay.
Nice beard, Maria.
Oh, thank you. It was quite majestic.
It's quite enchanting.
Enchanted.
You think he definitely has permanent limb damage, but you think you have the capabilities magically to stabilize him.
Heywood's going to ask the gentleman, Sir, you seem to be feeling slightly better. Would you like me to attempt more? You may have permanent damage. Or would you prefer a more
Dignified
hasty, a more dignifying exit?
Shall I smash his head in with a rock?
exit.
He's thinking about it. After a few seconds, he looks up to you, and he's just like, at this point, I just want to feel the embrace of my god.
These guys are fucking rule worshippers. I don't want to help any of them anymore.
Maybe they'll botch the rock.
Oberon,
Indeed.
I leave this deed to you. This man has chosen to exit.
And I shall size up to him and stare him in the eye and say, Godspeed, and take my spiked gauntlet in one hand and smash his head in.
Oberon is not, or not Oberon. Heywood is not watching this act. He is away.
Yeah, no, you smash his skull in. He is dead.
Then I turn to go, well, that was a bit sticky.
Wipe his hands off on them.
Shall we find others?
So,
That's fun.
I'm going to search the rubble of this church, try to find a basement. Do I need to
Yeah.
roll?
I was assuming you guys were looking through the rubble while that happened. You guys find the basement.
Alright, is there a hatch or anything, or is there just...
There was a hatch.
but it's gone?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to, First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to search for traps on the stairs.
There are no traps on the stairs.
Alright, well then I'm going to go down the stairs.
Heywood's going to continue looking for more survivors.
You find all of the 8 people now who were walking away from the church.
Shall I crush their skulls as well?
Oberon, no. These people are clearly okay.
Well, that doesn't mean
Well,
they
I don't know if
want
they're
to feel the
okay,
sweet
but
embrace
they're
of death.
alive.
Oberon?
Yes,
Do not be hasty to give someone the sweet embrace of death.
they asked for it, then I will give it to them.
We are not here to commit murder.
Shame.
Shame.
Are these all the living people that we find that are not?
Yeah. If you look around more, you do find a bunch of bodies scattered pretty much everywhere, but if they're not burned to death, they're lacerated to death.
Okay.
Man, like, I wish I hadn't have rolled that 1 on the die, because now Kyle has just lost all sympathy. I was liking nice Kyle.
Well, you know, I'm not going to... Hopefully Sawyer doesn't figure out that they're rule worshippers, because he'll probably kill
that'd
them
be
all.
odd. He can't, he's a healer.
Because isn't he... What's your alignment, Sawyer?
Technically, it was supposed to be lawful good, but apparently I'm not good at lawful good, and my lawful good god has forsaken me.
So
He's
what
n-
are you now?
he's
Neutral good?
right now.
Yeah, so if you
I
find
have
out
been
these guys are
forced into
rule war...
neutral good.
As
If you find out that they're rule worshippers, you're probably going to want to kill them. So let's just hope that doesn't happen.
yeah, but he's a
It's not
healer.
really into killing anybody.
He's a healer, so he's forced to be pacifistic.
Well,
He can let
Still, you're not
Oberon
gonna fucking
kill them, though.
Like, I'm not necessarily forced to be pacifistic, but I choose to be because
If you're not pacifistic, you can lose your abilities as a healer.
I
That's
mean,
one
I've
of the
shot
class.
at people before, I think.
Yeah, but they were zombies.
I'm pretty sure I shot at some of the people of the White Mantle.
Yeah, but they're Nazis.
I mean, they were
You
clearly
were-
shooting at
you
us,
were
and I did
explicit-
try.
You were explicitly trying to defend yourself.
And I was explicitly trying to be like, hey, please don't kill us.
Yeah, that too.
So, anyways, do I see any holy symbols?
Make a spot check.
Somebody in the chat says, well, I've stumbled upon a gaggle of nerds.
A gaggle.
Yes,
You'll
that's
have
right.
You'll have to fight Heywood for the healer. And he'll touch your butt
Yes,
real
why
good.
Oberon keeps smelling his hair.
I'm not smelling it. It's just in front of you, guys.
Oh, okay.
It's just there.
One member of the crowd has a symbol of Nerul hanging from their belt.
Oh.
Make a knowledge religion check.
I have a +9 there.
Oh, fuck.
That doesn't mean much. Oh.
Oh.
For damn sure. That is the
29.
symbol of Nerul, the neutral evil god of death.
Awesome.
Oberon? Upon figuring this out, Heywood's going to kind of tighten up a little bit and seem a little bit more uncomfortable. Oberon,
Indeed.
I'm going to need you to stay very near to me.
Ah, yes. Good.
These,
We will cuddle, and I will pull you close and embrace you.
these people may not be as friendly as we hope them to be. I do not judge, but these people
But-
do happen to worship the person who happens to be, like, in charge of helping people make undead peoples.
You mean like you made Oberon a zombie?
Yes.
Shall you ride upon my shoulders?
That will not be necessary, Oberon. But I will need you ready to fight.
I'm still near for this conversation, by the way.
Tyrion's just always
Tyrion,
near in
would
the
you
vicinity.
like to ride upon my shoulders?
yeah,
I'm
was
sticking next to
Tyrion
Heywood
near us
because of
the
the
whole
+2/+2.
Tyrion was
Yeah.
near me the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay, Tyrion,
Yes.
I will need you to not keep your bow drawn, but keep it ready.
Definitely.
okay, bro,
don't
got quick
draw
draw.
it.
So these stairs that I'm going down, what do they open up into?
We see
a
Kyle
room,
going
hopefully.
downstairs.
Yes. No, you don't see Kyle go down the stairs. You're busy looking at the people.
Yeah,
I'm
Grizz
right
and
behind
Lissandra are with me, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Alright. Keep your wits
Um,
about you, Grizz.
Oh.
I don't really like the fact that we're investigating the church of the god of death.
The room is pitch black.
I have dark vision.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, that's neat. The room's not pitch black.
I do.
I
too.
mean,
You-
it is, but he can see.
It seems like sort of a storage office area. You see some desks, you see some crates. There is a weapon rack, but it doesn't seem to have anything malicious other than swords.
I was expecting
Nothing
an
worse than
altar.
swords.
What do the swords look like? Just
Actually,
regular long
no.
swords?
Hold on. I should check and see what Nerul's favored weapon is.
It's a scythe, I think.
It is. Okay, so they're scythes.
Okay.
They don't appear
Um,
to be anything other than ordinary size, though.
Anything else in the room that seems suspicious?
Actually, the scythes aren't there. You see a weapon rack. They would have gotten the scythes to try and defeat
Okay.
the zombies. You see
But it's
an
basically,
empty.
it looks like a storage
It's an
room, you said?
it's an empty weapon rack. Yeah, it looks like a storage room.
I'm gonna search the walls for a secret door. 30.
You find a secret door.
Okay. Is it locked?
Maybe.
Well, I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna try to.
It
I
ex-
assume there's no
it's a-
handle. I assume it's just more like a pushing
It's
thing.
You find it along like a stone wall. You notice that there's a
door
crack.
explodes.
You know that there's like a crack. Notice there's like a crack
Yeah.
in the wall, and you get the draft from it from the pressurization.
Right. So I'm gonna test to see like if I can open it by applying pressure.
Okay, roll an apply pressure check, I guess. Just roll a percentile.
All right. 99.
You open the fucking door, dude. You just you're like, I think it's that rock, and you poke that rock, and it goes in, and the door opens.
Okay. What do I see?
You
Zombies.
make a knowledge religion check.
Alright.
You see skeletons having an orgy.
16.
That would be really strange.
You recognize that it is a religious altar. You can assume it's to Nerul because, you know.
Yes.
Taylor.
There's a leather-bound book opened to the middle of it. And there's like a rune inscribed on the altar, and there are some reagent-looking things scattered on the altar.
So this is like a little like alcove with this altar in it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna approach the book and I say, Grizz, come here,
Alright,
please.
I'm here.
Doesn't Grizz
I'm gonna-
also have dark vision?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, dwarves do as well. I'm gonna attempt to read this book and see what's in it, and if something happens to me, pull me away from it, please.
Will do.
So I'm gonna try to read the book.
Okay, so you pick up the book. Make a fortune.
No, I'm not picking up. I'm just reading the current
you're
page.
just gonna try and read it.
Yeah.
It reads kind of like a recipe. There's a long list of directions and stuff to do with the reagents. It appears to be for like some sort of spell, but exactly what the spell is and what it does is not on this page.
Okay.
But you see like a diagram of the rune and how to prepare and scatter reagents around it. And
I'm gonna ask Lissandra if she recognizes any of this stuff, because I don't. I'm not well versed in this at all.
Lissandra is still at the stairs, and she just kind of looks down
She didn't
at
come
like,
down. Okay.
I recognize a giant black wall of darkness in front of me.
Okay, I didn't realize she didn't come down.
No, she didn't come down. She's a human. She doesn't have any sort of... Actually,
Sure.
hold on.
Alright.
Because she might, because she has dragonkin traits. I could be being dumb. She does. She has dark vision. She did follow you down.
So
Weird.
are Heywood and Oberon and I aware that they've gone into the church, or are we just kind of chilling outside?
You are unaware.
Wait,
You
she
do not
told
know
us she
where
was a dragonkin thing, right?
Yes.
Is she? Yeah.
Yes, she told
We forced that out of her, remember?
Yeah.
Oberon
she
was
followed
like,
you
you tell
down."
me now what is wrong with you, woman.
Yes. My intimidate check for the ages.
Oh, yes. Yeah, so, because she secretly had dark vision 60 feet all along, she did follow you down, and she's looking through it. She should make a knowledge arcane check. She's apparently not very familiar with this.
Okay.
I can tell you that it's definitely necromantic in nature, and this person is either very bad at doing the spells or it's very complicated because of all the effort they're going through to do it. I guess it's probably some sort of curse, or maybe they're trying to commune with Nerul. It could be divine. I'm not picking up anything.
Are you comfortable in taking it?
She hesitates for a second, but then she gets sort of a greedy look in her eye, and she's like,
It
You
might
know-
be valuable.
there can't be any harm in it. And she picks up the book, and she rolls a 1 on her fortitude check. But guess what? It's just a book.
Weird.
She seems relieved that she's not dead. She starts
Well,
leafing through the book.
We can make a pretty penny with this if we find someone who wants to buy it, maybe.
Yeah, sure, we can totally sell it. She is not hiding at all the fact that she does not want to sell it.
Yeah. Is there anything else in this area that looks interesting?
We might be able to fetch a price on the reagents. This looks like it's silver dust, so,
Sure, I'll grab the silver dust.
you find a vial amongst the stuff.
Vial of silver dust.
And there's some griffin feathers, I guess,
Sure.
and bones of a Wendigo.
Wendigo
Oh.
bones.
Wendigo is fancy.
Alright. If there's nothing else here, I'm going to go ahead and just rejoin the group.
Okay, okay.
And that's it.
So yeah, you refine the group.
Yeah.
Do we see Heywood and his man posse hugging,
Yes.
cuddling him?
Presumably, yeah. Yeah, presumably they're like cuddling
Visually,
as much as you can.
like visually, he's distressed.
Probably. He's uncomfortable with these situations.
I mean, Heywood's just kind of, I guess, awkwardly, like, trying to figure out, like, how the fire got from the swamp to here. And is also being wary of people.
The people have made it out of town by now.
None of them are left.
None of them are left.
Shit.
Like, you can see them off in the distance, but they're not.
I was curious to see if any of them like saw if the zombies like went back to the swamp. But
I don't know, the whole town was on fire, so you can probably assume the zombies were on fire.
Okay, so they
Yeah.
managed to set fire to all the zombies instead of
Heywood,
like them.
there's no like zombie
presumably,
corpses there at all.
Well, they're humanoid corpses.
Oh,
they're
right.
burnt. It's difficult to tell. You do notice that there aren't any huge hulking abomination corpses around.
Shame.
It's
Damn.
not faux.
That to me suggests that those things have moved on since they are the ones who kind of, crashed the buildings down. But I think if
they went
they
north,
moved-
we would have seen them.
yeah, so I think they
I'd
went.
say
They
that's
either went back to where
reasonable.
they either went back to where they came from, or they moved in different directions. I'm curious as to what exactly is directing these things. Undead usually aren't. They
So
don't.
coordinated.
They're not so coordinated, and they normally don't just kind of make attacks like this on villages. They kind of shamble around and be like, "Hey, there's a fucking guy over there. Let's go eat him." So it should. There is either an intelligent, malevolent force behind all this, or perhaps something else amiss. But this is interesting to me. But well, I guess we'll find our answers when we go to the south.
To the south!
Continuing southwesty.
You guys get to the swamp. It's a swamp. It's difficult to move through. Fun fact, it's not on fire, and you never get the impression. You get the impression that it has never, nor will ever be, on fire.
How about that, Heywood? Completely intact.
Look at that. Heywood was wrong. It's a fucking
guess
surprise.
that you guys just got lucky this time. I totally swear that I saw the swamp on fire.
Didn't you bet something?
There was no bet. I just said that I would win. And I have not won.
No, you
Can I
have
roll appraise on these ingredients to get a pricing check on them?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Actually, like, I never used appraise in D&D, like, ever. So let's see, whoops. I just tried to roll in Twitch chat. I rolled a 15.
Which ingredient was this for?
Silver dust.
The silver dust, you assume that it's slightly less valuable than normal silver because it's been pounded to shit, so it has fewer uses.
Mm-hmm.
But there was enough of it, and you got a pretty big vial, so you assume you can probably get about a gold for it.
I guess I'll roll for the other two really quick as well. Fuck. Let me make a new tab.
You have no fucking idea what griffin feathers are worth. But you're aware that Wendigos are pretty rare. You have pretty small bones from them. They're like vertebrae and fingertips.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably about 17 in total, and you figure you can get an average of $1.50 for them a piece.
Alright, so like basically roughly 25 gold for the whole thing.
Yeah, a little more. Probably closer to 30.
Alright, that's all I wanted to do for that.
Okie dokie. So you're running through... Oh shit, what did I just do? Okay, I fixed it. So you're running through...
Exactly is there like swamp puddles with like little swampy bits and like moss and shit everywhere?
It's a swamp.
Alright,
Like,
Heywood's going to keep an eye out, like in the swampy bits and the watery parts.
It is incredibly difficult to see in.
He's going
There
to
is,
still keep
like-
an eye.
It's sort of like a peat moss bog, so there is a layer of peat moss covering most of the top. So you managed to get through the swamp without any trouble. And in the westiest bit of the swamp, you find what looks like an entrance to a mine.
Mine.
I need to restart Skype really quick, it's fucking breaking. I'll be right back.
Okie dokie.
It's all gonna get screwed up again.
What if we decided to go to the eastiest part of the swamp?
You'd probably find the coast.
Okay.
Where the swamp turns into the ocean.
Because we were definitely not really given any direction as to like where to go in the swamp.
The swamp ocean.
Oberon is good at smelling things, right?
I have good smell. Let me look at my smell skills.
Alright,
There is no smell skill.
I'm back.
Well, yes, Oberon in general has good smell skills, though.
So there was a mine, you said?
Yes, it appears to be the entrance of a mine.
You guys want me to go first in case there's traps?
Of course.
Alright.
I will
Are we
be ready
sweet?
to.
Are we gonna YOLO in
Heal
there or
you
do we
if
have other
anything-
plans?
I will
Uh,
be ready to protect you, Dallas, if anything goes wrong.
Oh, Heywood
I
to
think-
protect Alice.
We should be prepared to be attacked, but I don't think we have much choice but to move forward if we're going to finish this job.
Alright. I will take the lead. And, the entrance of the mine, I can peer in a little ways.
Yeah,
do I
and
see?
since you have dark vision,
Yeah.
it's just a long corridor to start with. There, you see a few bodies, like, right away.
What
Um,
race?
They appear to be,
Undead.
well, you see one of them. It appears to be a human. Well, no, there's two. Yeah, there's two humans. You see some discarded mining equipment.
This is in the corridor.
Yeah, you see
Okay.
that probably you have 60-foot dark vision, right?
Yes.
You see just about at 60 feet that the mine appears to make a turn in the tunnely thingy.
Left or right?
It would be your left.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check the entrance for traps, I guess.
Okie dokie.
I keep trying to roll in Twitch.
He explodes.
You
I got
find all 0 traps.
50. Alright.
All of them?
I'll move forward then.
Wow.
You move forward, and you
And I'm
hear
assuming...
a clicky noise.
Mm,
But it was just a clicking noise. It was probably like water dripping down or something.
damn it, Bear. You gotta
He
fucking
kicked a
troll me.
rock across.
Oh, you showed us this
Hey!
last time. We're here.
You guys are in a mine.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm gonna investigate the first body. See if I can find anything on it.
You find pants.
Okay. I'll do the same thing to the second body, just pants.
Perhaps we should
Uh,
light a torch.
Oh yeah, you guys need that, don't you?
Yeah, who can't see in the dark? I know that Sawyer's one. I don't know if Oberon has anything.
Elves, I think, only have low life, and Oberon's treated as a human, so he doesn't have anything.
So Tyrion can't see that well either.
I can.
No.
Yeah, I have low light vision.
I would suggest against a torch, just because I'm afraid of any. I don't know if you guys have a lantern or something.
Yeah, we'll say at least one of you has a lantern.
I have a lantern actually.
Oh,
Oberon
cool.
shall smell his way around. Also here, because he has very good hearing.
Everything smells like a corpse everywhere.
Sounds like my everyday life.
Alright. How far do you guys want? Are you guys worried about like light sources attracting anything? And if you are, I can move forward ahead outside of the light source. But if you don't want me to, I won't do that.
I mean, as long as we're all together, I don't see a problem with taking something out like that. So.
Mines typically only have, they don't typically have open areas, so we'll be in a corridor regardless.
Right.
Wherever we are, it should be a defensible position, and we should always have a way we can retreat if we need to.
I agree with Lissandra.
Is the structure of like the struts and the beams holding up the mine? Does everything seem relatively stable, or does it look like it's gonna fucking collapse any second?
Those seem like they're stable, but when you look at the ground, it looks like the railing that the mine carts would be on has been torn up. It looks like there have been bits and pieces stripped from the mine carts.
Alright.
The corridor is intact, but you think there might be some alterations to it because mine shafts don't usually turn. But it appears structurally sound. You're probably not going to die in a rock slide.
Alright.
Good to know.
Probably.
I guess we just keep moving forward.
I'm gonna light my lantern, by the way.
Everybody starts moving forward.
To the
It's
first
it's not super important to keep track of where everybody is in this one.
Okay.
It's just I don't even know.
I assume we move up to where the torn or bad it makes a turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Still the same thing, just a corridor, nothing out
Yeah.
of. All right.
You
I'm
see
just
a lot of the same. You
Yeah.
can see that there's a mixture of races among the miners now.
What is
They
this?
appear. That's a mine cart.
I'm going to peer into the minecart.
It's full of ore.
What kind of
And-
ore?
I know.
Or what?
Make a knowledge nature check.
Gold!
No.
It's metal ore.
Hey, we have a dwarf. The dwarf
Oh,
can.
we do have a dwarf.
The dwarf he can work with this ore, and he's probably a better chance of figuring out what it is.
Probably.
Also, is his stone cutting ability going off because it's
No.
Okay.
Well, he can tell that it has similar structure to a mine shaft. There's
is it
no
going? Does he know if it's going at an incline or a decline where we're going, or?
the mine appears to be level on this part.
Okay.
Deeper!
So you look into the
Yeah.
thingy, make like an appraise check is what a dwarf would do for it.
Yes, quite. That's what I am doing.
You recognize that it's iron.
Ah. This is iron, Heywood. Very bland.
Oh,
Nothing too
except for that thing in the middle, you think that's like a decaying human skull.
Oh.
Even better.
Don't worry about it.
I'm going to step back and leave Heywood with his iron. You enjoy that, Heywood. Go
Heywood
feel
says
around in
that-
there if you want. Looks fun.
Perhaps another time.
Later.
Later.
Well, okay. I guess moving up
Alright.
then.
Yeah, I'll take the lead again and keep moving forward.
Moving on up.
I'm gonna check this
Moving
one
on
as
up.
well.
More of the same. No skull though.
Move your kitty elf butt. I have no idea where I'm going. Bonk. Bonkity you. Bonk.
Ow. Ow.
Bonk. 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 Ah! Grizz is upon me! Someone
have you?
gently caresses me in the dark.
Basically, I'm gonna keep moving forward in front until I find something that would require me that's like make me suspicious of a trap or make me suspicious of something going on. But if it's just gonna be continued
You're
mind
pretty
check-
suspicious of all the dead bodies. That's
Well, yeah, but like
quick.
they're not trapped. Like I'm not gonna touch one and the
Do
air is
the
gonna come out.
bodies
So
look freshly dead?
No. You can assume from their apparel and their state of decay that they were probably used to be the miners who worked here.
they might all turn into zombies.
Can I
And
make
try to
an
kill us.
estimate of how dead they are?
How dead they are?
Make a nature check.
I like how there's degrees of dead.
There's very dead, and then there's you're fucked, and
we,
then of
passed-
course
we passed a lot of them.
Maybe
Uh,
we should.
they appeared pretty dead.
Shall I sink my axe into this?
I'm actually gonna go back. See, I want to cut their heads off in case they come back to life, but I don't know if I want to waste time doing that. So
Shall I smash all of their heads for you?
Yes, Oberon, you go right ahead.
yeah,
You systematically smash the heads of all of the corpses.
I'm just afraid of them reanimating and.
I think I'm gonna pull. Oh, I might pull through.
Sploot.
Thank you,
Splat.
Oberon. You've given us a great service.
Oh, yes, indeed. Whack.
Are
Bonking
these
everybody.
stairs?
These are stairs down.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna check the traps on the stairs.
I like the leaning wall corpse bear. It's a nice touch.
Yep.
Where's the leaning wall corpse?
16. Apparently, I
There
can't
are
roll.
actually several of them. There's a leaning wall corpse there. There's a leaning wall corpse there, and there's a leaning wall corpse there.
Oh, diagonal.
Oh,
And there's even a diagonal one over here.
Did
getting
I find any
fancy
traps
out
on my
here.
pathetic roll?
You find all 0 traps.
All right, I'll step on the stairs.
Heywood's going to peer over the ledge and look down.
You see darkness.
Tyrion,
Grizz,
Mike,
What do I see when I look down the stairs?
The stairs lead, you see the bottom of a tunnel. It looks like the entrance to another floor of the,
I'm just gonna say out loud, this is weird. Like, I don't really fucking. I don't really. Does it seem odd to anyone else that all these zombies are coming out of here and we haven't. Well, not out of here specifically, but they were coming out of the swamp.
and
We haven't seen a fucking single
anything
one yet.
Yeah.
Heywood's
I don't
going
like
to
it.
stand here and
We're
look
in
at
on.
Dallas and say, Dallas, how far down is the floor?
How far down is the floor, Bear?
30 feet.
It's about 30 feet.
Worry not. I have smashed many skulls along the way.
Haywood appears to contemplate hardcore parkour.
Hardcore.
No.
Sawyer, please
And then,
don't.
and then just continues going down the stairs.
You guys go to mine level 2.
Oh my.
Oh, holy
Way.
shit!
All right.
Oh
well,
my
we
God
don't
in
see this,
heaven.
obviously.
Okay, wait. Pause. I need to pee before this happens.
I will go take
What's
a
the
rest.
Time to stop because I have work at 4 a.m.
Oh God. We're all dead. Oberon is not prepared.
Holy shit! I can fuck these people with my healing spells.
If you want to cast spells in melee range of them.
I will.
I will stand in front of you, and then you can cast
Do
spells
healers
from
have
behind
return
my
ability?
shield.
What?
Do
I
healers
don't,
have
bel
turn on dead ability, or is
I
it only?
don't think healers have turn. I think that's only cleric.
Is that a
Yeah, I don't
minotaur?
think I have-
That is a minotaur.
Oh my
Fucking
God.
Minotaur zombie.
That's awesome. Oberon can feast
I
on that.
have
Oberon can
protection
what?
from.
Feast on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
also
know
have
that-
sanctuary.
I know that clerics and paladins and the like have turn on dead. I wasn't sure if healers did because I know that they're a completely separate class.
I have sanctuary. I don't remember what that.
All right. Well, are we gonna stop it here?
Okay.
Are we gonna stop it here, or are we going to engage in? Well, we don't know
all-
if there's enemies yet, but
All that, well, you know there's enemies meta, and you know that combat takes forever. All there is left in the mine is a bunch of fighting shit. So,
Okay.
How about we open with that next time? That way it's like...
yeah. The way
Next
it's
week
paced,
on Land Pirates the Musical.
the way that it's paced,
I did an intro.
you should be able to fill up a session just fighting shit, and then you'll have a decision to make about things. And
Dun
once you
dun
make
dun.
the decision, I'll actually write more of the campaign.